This video demos the My Projects section, including project settings. So in My Projects, you can see a list of projects that you've created. You may not have created one yet, so I'll go click the plus button in the bottom right to create a demo project. Now it's important to fill out the status and the category for these projects so that you can see them in your list. You can enter any other additional info that you want, like start date. You can add multiple yarns with the different dye lots and color numbers, and then these yarns will be saved with the project. You can add needles or any other information in this notes section here that supports multi-lines. So I'll click the back button to save the project, and now I can click into the project and I see a basic row counter. So in the top right, there's some settings that you can click to make this a lot more interesting. So for show progress, we'll leave the default of 100 rows in there. Let's say this is a 100 row project. And then as I click a row number, I can see the percentage indicator up here will tell me that I'm 7% done. If I go back to the My Projects list, it'll show me that I'm 7% done, and that'll save with the project as I go back and forth. Also in the settings page, we can add a pattern to this page. So I'm going to choose a file here. And unfortunately, you're not able to see this because I'm doing this on a Chromebook, but I'm adding a scarf pattern to the project. And then I'm going to click the back button, and now I can scroll through my PDF and follow along as I am knitting. So I'm on row 11, and then I've gotten to the point in my project where I need to add a repeat counter because it says to repeat row 11, and I need to repeat that through row 14, and we're going to do that a couple of times. So now that I'm back on the repeat counter, as I click this button, it'll say I'm on the first repeat of row 11. So I'm going to click this repeat button. Now I'm on the first repeat of row 12, row 13, the second repeat of row 11, row 12, row 13, row 14, the fourth repeat, or the third repeat, etc. And if you don't want the project row page to link with the repeat counter, you can just deselect that and it won't be linked. Now there's a set timer feature. Let's assume that I've been working on this project because I just entered it into Knitting Buddy, but I've been doing it for 1 hour and 31 minutes already. I'll click the OK button, go back, and I can click this play button, and it will allow me to track how long I have been working on this project. I can go into the settings here, up into the main menu, and go back into the notes page, and I can see any of the information that I had entered before, and I can come down and re-edit that or modify it if I'd like to. Click the back button to go to the project page. I can go in and add photos. We won't go into that in this demo here, but you can add them from your camera, from your image picker, and it's a pretty neat and handy little function. And then lastly, there are project themes here that if you're a pro user, you can make the buttons different colors. Kind of a neat way to see different things, but we'll go into that in a different video. One last thing to show here is the project filters. So maybe I know that I named my project I can type that in and see what is there. I can remove this project and say, you know what, I know that I want to have a hat. I'm sorry, or maybe I'm looking for a project that's current and it's a hat. And I'll hit the apply filter, and then I can see my current hats. And it's a nice little way to find your projects if you've got 100 in the list. That's it for the My Projects video, but check out the other videos to learn more features of Knitting Buddy.